Hey, bro. Hey, Tom.
Hello and welcome to Cashtown Yards, where all eyes in the South Penn League are focused as the first place and undefeated Cashtown Pirates host the two-time defending champion Hagerstown Braves this Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. Coming off the disappointment of a semifinal loss to the Littlestown Dodgers last year, the Pirates are firing on all cylinders as they look to climb back to the top of the mountain in the South Penn League. Meanwhile, the Hagerstown Braves are seeking the first three-peat in the league since Cashtown won 4 in a row from 2017 to 2020. And with that, a pleasant good evening to you from the Fleaflicker Media broadcast booth, brought to you by Battlefield Military Museum. This is George Marinos, and I'll be bringing you all the live action from first pitch to the final out, only on Fleaflicker Media. The resurgent Pirates have taken the league by storm in 2025, winning their first 10 games of this quickly advancing season. Cashtown has outscored its opponents by a whopping 90-10 mark, and the Buccos continued their dominance of the Mason-Dixon Rebels this weekend in a Sunday doubleheader, winning by scores of 4-1 and 8-4 right here 2 days ago. The Pirates stared down 2023 South Penn League Pitcher of the Year Tanner Byers in the nightcap and lived to tell about it. Meanwhile, the Hagerstown Braves matched the Pirates nearly win for win through the 2025 season's first 3 weeks, with only rainouts keeping the champs percentage points out of first place. The latest such rainout was last Thursday's home game against the Shippensburg Stars, and whether or not the rust from the layoff hung over into the weekend, we'll never know. However, the Braves stumbled through the first game of Sunday's doubleheader versus the first-year Hanover Hurricanes, committing 6 errors en route to a 15-2 loss to the South Penn's newest member. Hanover's Isaiah Dole befuddled the Hagerstown Bats for 6 innings with 3 hits and 1 run allowed, holding down the Hagerstown offense that that had scored 8 runs per game coming in. The Hagerstown Bats erupted in Game 2, a 9-1 victory as Hagerstown got back on track. Despite coming in 2 games behind Cashtown, it's still a sizzling .875 winning percentage for the league's second-place team. Hagerstown has had very much success against Cashtown, winning 8 of the last 9 regular season matchups. We'll take a look at the Cashtown Pirates' defensive alignment here as they take the field for the first time tonight. It's Knox Deming over at third base. Over at shortstop is Zach Ketterman. The second baseman, Dylan Morgan. And at first base for the Pirates, Ethan Ketterman. The outfield from right to left, Dylan Reinert. In center field, it's the venerable Chase King. And in left field, Carson Coons. Catching for the Pirates is Gettysburg College graduate Dylan Ed. And he'll be handling Liam Cook on the mound. Cook coming into this one, staring down a great offense from Hagerstown, and we'll take a look at his numbers here. For Cook, it's actually going to be his first appearance of the season. He did face Hagerstown last year in the regular season finale, and the Braves had some success against him before he was relieved. About ready to go here with first pitch this afternoon, and the Hagerstown Braves line up like this. It's Jarrett Biesicker, the second baseman, leading things off. Will Oates, the shortstop, bats second. Adam Mathias, the center fielder, batting third. Cam Bailey, the first baseman, bats cleanup. Cam Jackson, the catcher, batting fifth. Riley Jackson, the third baseman, bats sixth. Connor Rome, the DH, batting seventh. Chance Phillips, the left fielder, batting eighth. Jordani Anderson, the right fielder, batting ninth. And pitch number 1 is a ball to Jarrett Biesicker, who was the reigning batting champ in the South Penn League from last year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike now the count. Well, pleasant afternoon here today. The rain has stayed away. One of the first times we can say that all South Penn season long. And we're bringing you one classic matchup as Biesicker is going to put this one in the air down the left side, giving chases the third baseman Deming, but that one's out of play and over towards the stands. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Biesicker. For Biesicker, he hit well over 500 last year. He was second in the league's MVP race. Any other year, he probably would have been the league MVP, but Jake Saylor from Littlestown absolutely went off with 41 runs batted in. This one up high, checks his swing up, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes now. As Waynesboro's own Biesicker stands in there, makes the trip just across the mountains to go play for Hagerstown during the spring and summer months. The 2-2 offering from Cook. This one called strike 3. Appeared to be a bit outside, but Ed framed it up there, and it's a looking strikeout for Cook to start the ball game off. 5 pitches to get out number 1. And couldn't have asked for a better start from him. For Biesicker, I think he had something like 2 or 3 strikeouts all of last year, so it's odd to see him go down on strikes. That'll bring Will Oates to the plate, the shortstop for Hagerstown. Takes that one down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Oates batting a cool .313 on the season for Hagerstown. One of those new additions to the Hagerstown lineup. Cook with the kick and the throw. That one misses up high, 2 balls and no strikes. Just underway here in a sunny, if not sweltering, evening here in the Cashtown area. Just outside of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. This one called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. So glad you've tuned in here with us on Fleaflicker Media. It's only about the 50th time that we've brought you Hagerstown versus Cashtown over the last 5 years. But this continues to be a great matchup, so we're going to keep bringing it to you when we can. Kicking the toss from Cook. Inside corner for a strike, and the count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes. And these are Hagerstown batters, at least the first 2. Not quite sure what to do here with Cook early on. There's got to be some deception. As there's only been 1 swing. There's been a lot of pitches around the strike zone, a lot of thoughts of swinging, but that one misses down and inside, and the count runs full now to Will Oates. Adam Mathias is on deck. Cook wants to have the bases empty for that at bat. This one misses outside. He won't have that luxury. And it's the first base runner of the game as Will Oates will discard the bat, discard the arm guard, and head down to first base as the first base runner here in this one today. We'll keep you abreast of the things going on outside of this ballpark in the South Penn League here today. 3 other games going on, and we'll have score updates as we go throughout the night. Adam Mathias standing confidently in there, the second lefty in Hagerstown's lineup. Cook with the pitch. This one a called strike on the upper outside corner. Again, as we said, just one swing from Hagerstown so far. As they're working the count here early on. Not sure if that's by design or if Cook's putting it in some really good spots. Could be a combination of the two. Here's the kick and the toss. This one misses high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Mathias led the Braves last season with 8 home runs in all competitions. 5 during the South Penn League regular season. He had 3 during non-league play. Mathias is hitting .318 on the season coming into this one. This one misses up high, 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. Got to give a shout out to the Cashtown Pirates Ball Club. They furnished me with a nice couch up here in the press box. A comfortable viewing of these games. No longer have to sit on an upside down bucket of sunflower seeds up here. That throw, pickoff throw to first is wild. It goes down the right field line. And racing into second base is Oates. He'll throw down his anchor there. He's in scoring position with 1 away for the Hagerstown Braves. They have 2 licks to get him in here now. So, first error of the game belongs to Cashtown. Kind of lucky that one didn't go out of play there because they might have awarded him third base on that play. The last thing you want is runner at third, less than 2 outs for Mathias, a good run producer. Up high in the count now, 3 balls and 1 strike, and Dylan Ed's going to take this moment to go out and talk to his struggling pitcher here in the first inning. Cashtown coming in this game at 10-0. We mentioned in the pregame the doubleheader sweep over the Mason-Dixon Rebels this Sunday, 4-1 and 8-4. They took on Tanner Byers, the 2023 South Penn League Pitcher of the Year in game number 2. Scored 5 earned runs off of him in 3 1/3 innings in that one. Mathias and the Catbirds perch here. It's got to be real nice for him to take a swing at this one. Swing and a miss, and Cook blows it by him, gets it back to 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Well, you always hear the Major League announcer say if you throw it 3-1, you're going to throw it again 3-2. That's kind of not, that school of thought's kind of gone by the wayside in the pros, but here in the South Penn League, you're usually going to see fastballs behind in the count. There's another one. He locked him up. Strike 3, second. Backwards K of the game for Liam Cook to begin this one. And now he needs 1 more out to strand Oates at second base.
Here we go. Good trend. Come on, Cookie, don't let up, man.
Cam Bailey, the first baseman for Hagerstown, will come up, and Dylan Ed's going to head out to the mound once again. Not sure what's going on here. He just asked his pitcher if he was all right. And catchers know their pitcher's body language better than anyone, and he's calling for somebody from the dugout. So maybe a problem here with Cook physically. Maybe an equipment issue or something like that. Not exactly sure what's going on here, but Dylan Ed spotted something and went out to the mound for a second time here in the inning. This mound visit brought to you by Battlefield Military Museum. As Ketterman heads out to the mound, and the whole Cashtown infield will follow. This break in the action will let you know we've been on Tuesday nights here in the South Penn League so far this season. We're probably going to switch to Thursdays starting next week. A robust Tuesday schedule, but also some good Thursday games coming up, and had some viewers request that time slot, so I'm a man of the people. I'll give you what you want in that regard. So they visit to the mound breaks up, and Cook will stay in the game. He was rubbing at his finger there a little bit, so I don't know, maybe there's some kind of a blister or a friction situation going on with his fingers there, but He's going to stay in the game and face the heart of the Hagerstown order here now, Cam Bailey, in the cleanup spot. Cook with the slide stop brings that one clavicle high and outside, and the count 1 ball and no strikes to Bailey. Limited at bats for Hagerstown's first baseman so far this year, as he has 12 of them. He's 7 for 12, a red-hot .583 batting average, and once again, Liam Cook is going to take a moment and walk around the mound. He's definitely uncomfortable out there right now, and Eric Ketterman's going to come back out for a second time here in this one. You hope everything's all right with Cook. The base umpire in there talking to Cook now, so haven't any idea exactly what's going on here, but something ailing the young right-hander for Cashtown here in the very first inning, just 3 batters into this one. Well, Cook's going to come out of the ball game. 2 strikeouts for him, 1 walk. A 1 ball and no strike count to Cam Bailey will be inherited by the reliever. And something clearly going on with Cook here as he comes off the field. We'll see what Cashtown's going to do. It's going to be some shuffling for them, as they're going to bring in... Let's see who this is going to be here. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break here. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back on Fleaflicker Media on the other side of this break with all the changes and the rest of the first inning here. Back in a moment from Cashtown. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is Zach Ketterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. Back here at Cashtown, troubling development for the Pirates and Liam Cook here early on in this one, as Cook will depart with an injury just 3 batters into this ball game. It's Marshall Mott taking over for him. It'll be his first pitching appearance of the season for the left-hander for Cashtown. For Mott, in 2023, he had 2 mound appearances, covering 7 1/3 innings, 1 win and 1 loss, and an ERA of 0.96. 0.955, but we'll round up for the sake of argument here. So he'll get as many tosses as he needs to be ready here. Now, home plate umpire over here on the third base side looking this situation over. Looking around the diamond to see if there's any other changes here for Cashtown, but imagine it not, because Mott was not in the starting lineup at another position. Thought perhaps Cashtown might be pulling from the field for their relief pitcher. It's always an emergency situation when the pitcher leaves in the very first inning, whether it's due to performance or physical nature. So Mott will take over. Mott, the longtime Cashtown pitcher, been a part of a championship series on the 2022 Cashtown Pirates championship team. He'll inherit a 1 ball and no strikes count when he checks into the ball game here. Again, we love engagement from our viewers on Fleaflicker Media, so we hope all of you tuning in, leaving comments in the comment section, conversing with each other, dropping questions for me if you have already. I do apologize. I don't see any yet, but if somebody could leave a comment in the comment section, then I would know for sure. And we can get a conversation going about this great ball game that we've got before us here. Looks like Maude is ready to go. Cam Bailey strides back into the box. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Rich Dreyer tuning in here, cheering for the Hagerstown Braves. We're happy to have your viewership, Rich. To work here for the first time is Mont. Dangles that left arm down with the ball in it as he looks in for the sign. Here's the kick, the toss. Swing and a miss. Blows it by him, and that'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So an excellent first pitch of the game there for Mont. Certainly not easy to come cold off the bench into pitching when you weren't expecting to, but grunting with that one, gets the high strike call, around the upper reaches the letters, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. At least for Mont, the one benefit of having the substitution come here in the first inning, at least he probably knew he was planned to pitch in relief at some point today, so he didn't have a lot of the game to sit around. Breaking ball down, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will retire the side. Marshall Mott comes in, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and sets the side down for Cashtown. Hagerstown 0 and Cashtown coming to bat here on Fleaflicker Media. We'll be back in a moment with the Cashtown starting lineup. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is Zach Ketterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. Back here for the bottom of the first inning, we'll take you through the Hagerstown defensive alignment here as they're ready to go in the field. Riley Jackson is at third base. He was the 2024 South Penn League Championship Series MVP. At shortstop for the Braves is Will Oates. Second baseman is Jarrett Biesecker. Unusual to see him in the infield as he's usually played in the outfield, but I believe second base is a pretty natural position for him that he played in college and maybe in high school at Waynesboro as well. Cam Bailey at first base. In right field, it's Jordani Anderson. The center fielder is Adam Mathias. And over on left is Chance Phillips. Behind the plate for Hagerstown is Cam Jackson. And on the hill, Wyatt Freeman. As we're ready to go, he'll deal with Zach Ketterman to lead things off. This one misses down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. To Ketterman, the shortstop for Cashtown. Ketterman played in the MLB Draft League last year. Here's the kick and the toss. This one misses up high, 2 balls and no strikes. Played on a team that had Ron Mahay as a pitching coach, former Atlanta Brave. Relief pitcher that was acquired at the 2007 deadline. This one down low, 3 balls and no strikes, the count from Wyatt Freeman. This is Freeman's 4th pitching appearance of the year, his 3rd start. Kick in the toss, and Ketterman hits this one on the ground to second. Takes a high hop, is knocked down. The throw across the first, not in time. And we'll see how they score that one, but presumably will be a fielding error for Biesecker over there at second. It did take a hump on him at the end, but a clean pick there, and he would have had enough time to throw out the speedy Ketterman. Freeman, 13 innings pitched, a 1-0 record. .323 earned run average, and a whip of 1. 22 strikeouts, 5 walks, 7 runs, 6 of them earned, and 8 hits allowed in his 13 innings. Chase King now the batter here for Cashtown. King in the number 2 spot in the order, customary for him to hit there for Cashtown. This one popped up to right field. Anderson starts back. Now he starts in. Beesicker calls it out. Several feet deep into the outfield grass from his second base position, and he makes amends for that first play of the ball game with a putout now. So 1 down. Cashtown's lineup looks like this. Liam Cook, the pitcher, bats third. Dylan Ed, the catcher, batting second. Ethan Ketterman, the first baseman, batting fifth. Knox Deming, the third baseman, bats sixth. Dylan Morgan, the second baseman, bats seventh. Dylan Reinert, the right fielder, batting eighth. And Carson Coons in left field and batting ninth. Right now it's Liam Cook. Oh, it's Liam Cook's spot in the order, excuse me. But he was removed from the game. So this is Marshall Mott up there. He takes a strike and swings and misses at 1 in the count 0-2. For Mott, his first appearance for Cashtown of the year, not only on the mound, but in the field, at the plate. Not sure what happened, but something made a loud crashing sound behind us, and it's strike 3 for Freeman. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to the guy that wasn't originally scheduled to be in the number 3 spot. Freeman makes quick work of him. For Freeman, he pitched the championship clinching game for the Hagerstown Braves last year. Game 4 at Littlestown, was the winning pitcher in that 2-day affair, interrupted by rain. Dylan Ed strides to the dish now for Cashtown. He's got 2 home runs on the season, 14 runs batted in. He's hitting .242, so he's gotten the most out of his 8 hits to start this year. Ed with a brief pitching career at Gettysburg College, played for the Bullets for 2 seasons. Here goes the runner from first, swing and a miss. The throw bounces down to second. It's right on the money, but late, as he had to get that one out in a hurry, did Jackson. He did a good job to get it there on the mark, but a running start from Zach Ketterman. And he's in scoring position with 2 down here now for the Cashtown Pirates. Here's the kick and the toss from Freeman. Ed swings and misses, strike 3, and Wyatt Freeman matches the Cashtown pitcher's scoreless first inning with one of his own. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 man left. At the end of 1 inning, we're scoreless here on Fleaflicker Media's Tuesday Night Baseball. Back from Cashtown in a moment. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is Zach Ketterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. Back at Cashtown Yards, we've got a official ruling on the Zach Ketterman ground ball that has been scored an infield single. So through 1 inning, it's no runs, no hits, and no errors for Hagerstown. For Cashtown, it's no runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. Marshall Mott continuing on the hill here. He's thrown 3 pitches today. Again, those of you tuning in a little bit late here, he was not the starting pitcher. It was Liam Cook on the mound, and he left with an apparent injury in the midst of the 4th at-bat of the game. Was doing pretty well, struck 2 guys out. Did walk a batter, but he was left at second base by Mott. Hagerstown will send up the 5, 6, and 7 spots in the order here, as that'll start with the catcher Cam Jackson, as you see him there in the on-deck circle over here in front of us. Cam, a spirited player who loves to play the game of baseball, and you can always tell he's always vocally supporting his teammates out there and always fully engaged in the ball game, and he'll be engaged in a leadoff at bat here in the 2nd inning, as we're just about ready to go. After Cam Jackson, it'll be Riley Jackson, and then Connor Rahm. Cam Jackson doing his pre-at-bat ritual in the box there, tapping home plate with the bat. And he's ready to go, so is Mott. And the 2nd inning is underway with a ball outside. Cam Jackson's hitting a robust .533 on the season. 15 at-bats for him. 8 hits. And before you say a small sample size and a guy can't hit .500 for the season, it's happened in the South Penn League often. Lifting his back foot out of the way is Jackson, and that one misses. 2 balls and no strikes, now the count. Back in the 2020 season, Robert Rohrball won the batting title with a .601 batting average, I believe it was. Might have been a little higher than that even. That was the truncated COVID season, but still plenty of at-bats for Rohrball. Backing Jackson off, and the count 3 balls and no strikes now. And last year, Jarrett Biesicker hit over .500 for the Braves. He finished 2nd in the MVP vote. Jackson wearing number 8 and catching for Hagerstown today. Came up with some big moments in their championship series against Littlestown last year. This one misses down low, gets squirts away from Ed. But no matter, as Jackson will head down to first base on a 4-pitch walk. 5 Hagerstown batters and no balls in play yet. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks for Cashtown pitching. And it's Riley Jackson, the 3rd baseman, standing in there now. First time we've had him on the airwaves since he was named the most valuable player of last year's South Penn Championship Series. The kick and the toss from Mott. This one a called strike. I'd like to give a shout out to Steve Bell tuning in. His son Jaden will be roommates in college with Cam Bailey, the guy down at first base, this fall. Christy McGill and Chris Lippy tuning in here as well. Glad to have your viewership. George Marinos bringing you all the live action of South Penn League baseball here on Fleaflicker Media. It's Mott with 5 in a row out of the strike zone to start things off. This one is a called strike, 1 ball and 1 strike the count, and Jackson not so sure about that one as he's left shaking his head. For Jackson, he was 4 for 13 in last year's postseason series against Littlestown. Drove in a team-high 5 runs. That's a called strike, strike 3. My apologies, the first pitch had also been called a strike, so good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 4-pitch walk, 3-pitch strikeout. If that's not efficiency, I don't know what is. And 1 away for Connor Rahm. This will be Rahm's first plate appearance of the young season, and comes in the 9th game here for Hagerstown, with a runner at first, and that one misses outside. Rahm had the winning hit and RBI in Game 3 of last year's South Penn Championship Series, part of the big 7-run rally for Hagerstown as they came back from a big deficit against Littlestown, 4-0 in that game. This one misses up high. Cam Jackson still the lead at first. Rahm, the DH for Hagerstown, standing in there. He'll see a 3rd pitch in this at-bat. That one misses down low. 3 balls and no strikes here now to Rahm. I know his folks like to tune in, so I hope they're watching the broadcast here right now. Jackson with the one-way lead at first. Now it grows a little bigger. This pitch is a called strike, belt high, transecting the inside corner of the plate. Battle of two players right now making their South Penn season debuts. Mott on the hill and Rom at the dish. Something's got to give here. That one misses down low, and what gives is Rom getting his on-base percentage up to 1,000 to start the season as he walks. And Hagerstown will now have men on first and second. Chance Phillips, longtime outfielder for the Hagerstown Braves, draws into the starting lineup today at left field, and he'll stand in there. Mott misses up high, 1 ball and no strikes, and 7 Hagerstown batters into this game, and still no balls in play. 4 strikeouts and 3 walks. Home run away from a 3 true outcomes cycle. Mott misses down in the dirt with that one, lets out an audible grunt, and the count 2 balls and no strikes to Phillips. Phillips enters the season 2 for 4. Drawing into the lineup for Hagerstown today, they're missing 2 of their big bats in the middle of the order. So it's Phillips getting a chance to swing the lumber here today and picks up the first big RBI opportunity of this ball game. There goes the runner for third. Here's a delayed steal at second. The throw down from Dylan Ed, and they got him. The tag put on by Zach Ketterman, the shortstop, and not sure what was going on there. It was Cam Jackson taking off for third right away, and he had that bag stolen, and then Rom decided to take off a little bit later. Not sure if he missed a sign or if the delayed steal was on or if he just decided, what the heck, the other guy's going, so I'm going to go too, but that little delay cost him as Ed up and rifles down to second for the second out of the inning. Misses up high to Phillips. Have no idea what the call was on that last pitch. Do apologize for that with all the excitement of the base runners going on. Do you know there's 2 outs? A runner 90 feet away for Hagerstown as they look to break through for the first time here in this one. This one misses up high, and that's ball 4 to Phillips. 4th walk for Hagerstown batters here in this one. And now they'll have them on the corners. Well, thanks. I appreciate the kind words, Steve. Always love to hear that. Love to hear that the broadcast is coming through in crystal clear quality. I had to ditch my long-time recording device that I was using. Had been using for 2 years because it broke this off season, so we've got another one here. Wasn't sure how well it was going to work out, but the early returns are promising. Swing and a miss as Mott blows that one by Jordani Anderson. Anderson, the right fielder for Hagerstown. He's 4 for 7 on the season, one of many in the collection of Hagerstown batters who are batting above 500 to start this year. Swing and a miss, and it's no balls and 2 strikes as Mott delivering max effort here early on. He's got a couple of 3-pitch strikeouts already. Is he gunning for another here? The Oriole Hershiser school of thought is to waste one on 0-2 and then get back in the zone. We'll see if he goes right at him. Down low, swings and misses. Ed's going to have to complete the throw to first as Cam Jackson is running home. But that won't matter as Anderson is put aside on the strikeout 2-3. Side struck out by Marshall Mont. We're through 1.5 as the Cashtown Pirates head to the bat rack. All zeros on the scoreboard here on Fleaflicker Media. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is Zach Ketterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. Welcome back to Cashtown Community Fire Department. For the bottom of the second inning here is the best rivalry in the South Penn League right now. Hagerstown versus Cashtown going strong here. It's our 6th year of bringing you South Penn League games, our 6th year of having Hagerstown in the league. The Braves and the Pirates have had battles for all 6 of those years. Last year was the first time these two teams didn't end the season with a postseason meeting, as Cashtown was upended by Littlestown in an epic best-of-5 semifinal series that went the distance. And Hagerstown swept the Mason-Dixon Rebels to get to the finals. Ethan Ketterman will lead things off here in the bottom of the second inning against Wyatt Freeman, the starter for Hagerstown. Old Reliable for the Braves. Misses down low with that one. 1 ball and no strikes, the count. Ketterman pops this one up the right field. That's going pretty far. Anderson ranging over into foul territory. He's got it on the run. Just before the out-of-bounds line there. And 2 pitches and 1 out for Wyatt Freeman. Smooth running catch from Anderson there. And Ketterman, the first out here in the second. Knox Deming, the third baseman for Cashtown, stands in there now. He's the number 6 hitter in the order. For Deming, he's hitting .200 on the season, 4 for 20. Looking to turn things around here in the early going. Ball 1, a strike 1 to him. Here's the kick from Freeman. Grunt from him now as he misses outside, and our great on-field microphones picking up all the sounds here from Cashtown Yards. Sure hope it feels like you're right here with us. That one misses down and in, and the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike as he missed on both sides of the plate on that one. Kicking the toss from Freeman down low, and that's the first walk of the game for Wyatt. And Knox Deming will be a 1-out base runner for Dylan Morgan. Morgan, a new member of the Cashtown Pirates this year, playing second base today. Swings and misses at that one. For Morgan, he's hitting .167 on the year, 3 for 18 to begin this young season. Strike 2, and he's in the hole. 0-2 from Freeman here. Well, the knee socks with the stripes, the way to go for Freeman. Always his fashion statement on the mound. Tempts him with 1 down low, but that's spit on by Morgan. And he gains a modicum of count leverage back to count 1 ball and 2 strikes here now. Chops this one foul, and that catches Bailey. Not sure where it caught him, maybe on the hand. I'd like to give a shout out to my dad, Spiros, here. Always helping out with the broadcasts and the audio and technical parts of things. Just brought me a burger from down below, so appreciate that. Yep, he's a very important member of the Fleaflicker Media team. Swing and a miss there, and Freeman strikes out Morgan. He'll take a walk around the mound here as he gets ready to look for out number 3. Dylan Reinert, the number 8 hitter for Cashtown, stands in there now. He's playing right field today. This one hit in the air to right field. Anderson heads back. That one's going to dunk down in front of him. He'll play it on the hop. Comes up throwing. That one goes all the way to third, and it is out of play, and the Cashtown Pirates, as a result, are going to score the first run here this evening. Not sure why Anderson was throwing through there, as the play was at second base to keep the Pirates from getting 2 into scoring position. But he throws through. Strong arm from him.
Shotgun arm.
You definitely gotta appreciate that. But that ball goes out of play. I think it might have even gone over the fence on the fly. It was pretty close. So coming in to score for Cashtown is Knox Deming. This one hit back up the middle, and the Pirates are going to have a second run. As an RBI single for Carson Coons. Didn't even get a chance to announce him. Didn't wait around for all the hullabaloo. Just socks that one back up the middle, and the Pirates are on top 2-0. 2-out Lightning here for Cashtown. 3 hits for Cashtown off of Freeman, and he's better get things back together here in a hurry, because Zach Ketterman, the most dangerous hitter in the order, is up there now. A little bit late and underneath that one as he fouls it up into the screen. No balls and 1 strike. Ketterman, who's known for hitting majestic home runs to right field in this ballpark. The shortstop today for Cashtown. He got a bat hop infield single his first time up, making him 1 for 1 on the day. And 14 for 32 on the year. That one misses in the dirt, gets through Jackson all the way to the backstop, and moving up to second and into scoring position is Coons. Another one of the numerous Gettysburg High School alums on this ball club. 1 ball and 1 strike now, the count to Ketterman, and now he doesn't need to send it over the fence to drive in a run here. That one misses up high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ketterman's also appeared on the mound this year. Oh, wait, no, yes, Ketterman has appeared on the mound this year. 1 game, 1 inning pitched. He hit him with that one in the shoe top. Check that ball for a scuff mark. And Ketterman will head down to first base. Not the way he envisioned reaching here, but hey, it helps the old on-base percentage. That'll bring up Chase King. King popped out to second base his first time up, and this second inning grows ever longer here for the Cashtown Pirates. Good framing job there by Jackson on that borderline pitch, and called a strike to King. No balls and 1 strike, now the count. They're not holding the runners on, so we'll see if they take off at some point here. That one parachutes in there, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. To the guy they call Kinger. King hits this one the opposite way. A pop-up lets out an audible groan. Racing in and grabbing this one is Bailey. He's got it for the out. And that'll put the side out. 7 men bat for Cashtown. 2 of them score. The Pirates will take a 2-0 lead into the 3rd inning. Here on Tuesday Night Baseball. Back in a moment with more from the South Penn League. Cashtown Pirates strike for 2 in the bottom of the second inning after sending 7 to the plate, a lengthy inning that now has us at 43 minutes of game time through 2 innings in this one. I was just talking to my dad in the booth about the time of these games, and usually they're somewhere around 2 hours, a lot of times a lot less. And here at Cashtown, we don't have the lights, and the sun sets pretty quickly up here behind those mountains out in left field. So there is a little bit of a time limit to get this one in. Got to get 5 in to make it official, and Hagerstown certainly doesn't want to have to make a return trip to play a couple of innings, although they come up here in another 2 weeks for another Tuesday visit. Jarrett Biesecker will lead things off for Hagerstown. Slashes one on the ground to first. High hop fielded by Ketterman. He'll race to the bag and gets the fast-moving and stretching Biesecker. 1 pitch and 1 out here for Marshall Mott. Got the kind of contact you want on the ground and straight at a fielder. Don't have TrackMan here for these South Penn League broadcasts, so we can't tell you the exit velocity, but it's probably somewhere around league average for that one. Certainly I wouldn't think all the way up in the 100 range, but probably at least in the 90s. Mott brings that one across for a strike. To Will Oates. Oates walked in his only plate appearance in this ball game. First base runner of the game. That one misses up high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hagerstown looking to answer the 2 spot that Cashtown put up. Got the top of the order up here. 2, 3, and 4 due up next. Oates is going to send this one in the air towards the right center field gap. That one's going to be down, up against the wall. A diving effort by the right fielder. Excellent job retrieving it and getting it into the cutoff man. But it is a double for Oates. He brought that .313 batting average into the game. That will raise with his 1-for-1 here today. And the slugging as well. First extra base hit of this ball game for either team. As out in right field, giving that a go, was Dylan Reinert. Not quite able to get there. But he laid out full extension, trying to prevent that 2-bagger. Adam Mathias stands in there like a statue, now waggling the bat over his shoulder, waiting for the pitch from Mott. He'll step off and step to second base, keeping Oates close. Certainly some value in stealing third here if Oates could do it, with just 1 down here in the third. He'll come plateward this time. That one a waist-high strike, no balls and 1 strike to Mathias. Mathias struck out looking his first time. That was starter Liam Cook's final batter of the game, before he departed with an apparent injury. Here's the kick and the toss from Mott. That one's smothered by Dylan Ed. We saw Ed smothering balls in the dirt on the big stage last year in the South Penn League playoffs for Cashtown. Was the 2019 York Adams League Catcher of the Year while playing his high school ball at Gettysburg. A hush falls over the ballpark as Mott brings one home, and Mathias with a healthy cut at that one, and falls behind in the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oates the runner at second. Ketterman keeping him relatively close over there, but also trying not to sacrifice too much defensive positioning. With 2 strikes now for Mathias, just trying to put anything in play anywhere. Swing and a miss, foul tip into the mid of Ed, and he hangs on. Another strikeout for Mott. And aside from that double by Oates, he's mowing through the Hagerstown lineup here. Two down, and Cam Bailey will bat now. He was Mott's first victim of the day, first batter that Mott faced in relief in this one. Struck him out on 3 pitches the last time and delivers this one over for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Cook departed with a 1 ball and no strike count in Bailey's first at bat, and then Mott came on and threw 3 straight strikes to retire the side. This one popped up to center field. Chase King on the case. Camps out underneath it, and he's got it. Hagerstown, despite a one-out double, goes down rather quietly. Through 2.5, it's Cashtown holding a 2-0 lead over the Hagerstown Braves here on Fleaflicker Media. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is that Catterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. So glad for all of you that have stuck with us here on Fleaflicker Media. It's the bottom of the third inning. And no, it's not the Grand Slam inning. Unlike the York Revolution, we don't have that promotion here in the South Penn League. Marshall Mott will lead things off here for Cashtown. Pressed into duty on the mound, and the number 3 spot in the order, he takes strike 1 from Wyatt Freeman. Freeman quickly moving and delivers a little variation in the delivery, a little quick step there. Mixing it up like Johnny Cueto, except he got faster instead of slower. Count no balls and 2 strikes now. Now from the full windup, the twist and the delivery misses down and outside. A good mix there for him, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mott struck out his first time up on 3 pitches, his first plate appearance of the season for Cashtown. Freeman delivers this one, and Mott fighting to keep it alive. After Mott, it'll be Dylan Ed and Ethan Ketterman in the Cashtown order. Pirates have put 3 hits on the board here through 2 times at bat. Misses outside, and Jackson jumping up ready to throw that one around the infield as he thought it was a strike. But it just missed, in the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eagle eye there from Mott. This one on the inside corner, and if you first don't succeed on one corner, try the other one, because you'll usually get the borderline call on the other side. As it's strike 3 for Freeman. And 1 away here now in the Cashtown third inning. Dylan Ed strides to the dish. Strikeout victim his first time up as well. One of 4 punch-outs for Freeman, as that one misses in the dirt. The Battlefield Military Museum out-of-town scoreboard. From Hanover's Diller Field, North Carroll and Hanover are tied 1-1 in the bottom of the third. As Freeman with the kick and the delivery. That one a called strike. From Biglerville, the resumption of the season series, the finish of the season series between Littlestown and Biglerville. Biglerville leads Littlestown 5-2 in the bottom of the third from Oakside Community Park. Littlestown swept the doubleheader over the weekend. From New Oxford, this one a bit of a shocker. The resurgent New Oxford Twins riding a 3-game winning streak as they lead the Mason-Dixon Rebels, who are a surprising 3-6. That one's 2-0 with the Rebels batting in the top of the 4th from New Oxford High School. Ed pops this one foul, and that will leave the playing surface. 2 strikes now on Cashtown's catcher. So 3 competitive games going on in the South Penn League aside from this one here today, and I I would call two of them somewhat surprises. As Jackson framed that one up nicely, didn't get the call, and slumps the shoulders a little bit before throwing that one back out there. I gotta say, watching Jackson up close here today does a really good job framing the ball. Did not get an appreciation for that last year in the games up in that Littlestown when we saw him, because we're a little further away from the home plate area. Fouled off again by Ed, and he'll stay alive. Cashtown leads at 2-0 on the strength of 2 runs in the second inning here today. A massive 2-out rally for the Pirates when Wyatt Freeman seemingly had things in control on the mound. Strike 3, and Dylan Ed struck out looking. Freeman gets his 6th punch out of the game. Ed voicing his displeasure with that call as he heads back to the dugout. But nothing you can do, and Freeman now will go hunting the 3rd out of the inning, and a 3-up, 3-down inning for the first time here today. Ethan Ketterman stands in there. He hit a foul flyout down the right field line that was hauled in by the right fielder Jordani Anderson on the run. Anderson, a recent signing by the Hagerstown Braves, as you can see the signings and releasings from teams on the transactions part of the South Penn League website. The 0-1 pitch from Freeman. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Ketterman. Ketterman, who had an enormous hit in the clinching game of the 2020 South Penn League Championship Series against Hagerstown, swings and misses at this one. 5 years ago. It's hard to believe that classic series was 5 years ago. 7-0 victory by Cashtown in that decisive game down at Hagerstown. That one just misses a little low and maybe a little outside, and the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I remember seeing it out there. I never looked at it though. I was like, it's a really nice space. And I think
Here's the kick and the toss. Ketterman grounds this one to the third base side. That one is well foul. Pulled that one. As you know, he loves to go through that 5.5 hole between third and short with his hard-hit ground balls. Popular spot for him. We saw Littlestown's Trent Copenhaver playing a couple of steps on the outfield grass last year during the playoff series. But it wasn't just with Ketterman at the plate, it was with a few other Cashtown batters. The 2-2 offering, this one is skied to the middle of the infield. Freeman looking for it. He's called off by Riley Jackson, the third baseman ranging in. He'll catch it and leave it. 3 up, 3 down for the Hagerstown hurler, Freeman. We'll move on to the 4th inning. Good one brewing here on Fleaflicker Media between the 1st and 2nd place teams in the South Penn League. Back in a moment with more baseball action. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is Zach Ketterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. Hagerstown Braves up to bat for a 4th time today. They'll send 5, 6, and 7 in their order up here once again. 2nd time through the order, but Marshall Mott on the hill for Cashtown just now starting to see hitters again for the 2nd time. As he did not start on the hill, Liam Cook pitched to the first 3 batters. So this will be the 2nd batter that Mott has faced for a 2nd time. Cam Jackson walked his first time up. 4 walks and 1 hit for Hagerstown so far. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Braves. And for the Pirates, 2 runs, 3 hits, and also 1 error. As we start the 4th inning. Mott grunting with the effort of that one, bounces it in there into the breadbasket of Dylan Ed, and he scoops it up. Even though there's no base runners on, good practice for situations when there are base runners on. Not that Ed needs it, he's really great at that. The 1-0 pitch from Mott. Wow, there's a sword. Jackson wished he didn't, but too late as he was 3/4 of the way through the swing before the body caught up to the mind on that one. Mott's next pitch, he'll go right back down there, and this time Jackson lays off of it. And he's laughing along with it. And probably said something like, man, I'd pitch to me down there too after that last swing. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. That one misses. Looked to be inside around the feet of Jackson. It caught a good chunk of the home plate umpire, it looks like, and Jackson will walk the ball out to the mound. It either caught the catcher or the umpire. Oh, it caught... Not sure who that caught. It caught somebody flush. I think it caught Ed, the way Ed was circling around behind home plate there, but not sure. And I'm going to stop talking about it now. 3 balls and 1 strike to Jackson. This one misses up high and another walk. 5 walks for the Hagerstown offense here in this one, and they've got a leadoff base runner for the 2nd time in 4 innings. The compact Riley Jackson comes to the plate here now. He walked his first time up back in the 2nd inning. Pops this one up, second baseman racing after it. That one's going to be caught. As ranging back to haul that one in for Cashtown is Dylan Morgan. Reinert coming in from right field, thought he was going to call him off, but Morgan had a beat on it all the way and was able to twist back and make that catch. Not an easy play for a second baseman when it comes back on you like that. Strike 1 to Connor Rahm. Mott ready to deliver the 0-1 pitch. Fouled at the plate, and that one, I believe, got Ed, and then I think got through to the leg of the umpire. Kicked up a lot of dust on the way. Count will be no balls and 2 strikes to Rahm, who was the winning pitcher in one of the games of the South Penn League Championship Series last year. That one bends down and inside, and he'll gain a modicum of count leverage back, here with 1 out and a runner on first. Missed one of Rahm's hits in the Championship Series last year because we were late coming back from commercial, and he swung at the first pitch. Strike 3 called, and Mott gets another backwards K as he stomps around the mound and heads back up to its rubber. You wonder if Hagerstown, thinking they were going to face a righty here today and now ending up having to face a lefty for most of the game, is having any sort of impact here. Probably not, because they probably just found out about an hour before the game. Ball 1 up high to Chance Phillips. No official plate appearance, or no official at bat for Phillips, as he was the recipient of a base on balls last time. Ooh. 1 ball and 1 strike now the count. Would have probably needed some platform heels to reach that one. Spanked to right field on the run. And Chase King will haul that one in the gap. The side retired. We're halfway home on the show here on Fleaflicker Media. Don't touch that dial. Back with more of this epic South Penn baseball rivalry. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is that Catterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page.
Bill's up 5-2 on Littlestown. And Littlestown's up on Mason-Dixon 3-0.
Back here at the ballpark in Cashtown, get another inning of Wyatt Freeman to enjoy here in our vibrant 1080p HD. Got some out-of-town scores for you, an extension of the ones that we gave you about an inning ago. Hanover has jumped in front of North Carroll in the middle innings of that one, 4-1 at Diller Field. Biglerville still leading Littlestown 5-2, also in the middle innings. And New Oxford has stretched their lead to 3-0 over Mason-Dixon. Ball one up high to Knox Deming, who drew a walk his first time up. The 1-0 pitch, he spoils this one foul out of play, and the count goes to 1-1 strike. For Deming, 4 for 20 on the year. 1 extra base hit, 2 runs batted in, but he scored 8 runs. That one a called strike. 1-2 strikes now the count. Deming has scored roughly 10% of Cashtown's runs this season. So he's doing his part in this lineup. Strike 3 called. He thought it was a little low, but it's been a definite pitcher zone here today as Freeman gets his 7th. Wyatt Freeman definitely enjoying himself out there right now. He'd be enjoying himself a little bit more if he was back in the dugout watching his team score some runs here. Ball one down low to Dylan Morgan. Morgan, one of those 7 strikeout victims his first time up. That one bounces off the plate, off of Jackson's glove and up into that rather intrusive netting above home plate here at Cashtown. Only park in the league I can think of where the netting is that close to fair territory. Strike 2 as Freeman pulls ahead 1-2 strikes. Chopped on the ground to short. And no play for the shortstop for Hagerstown, as that's going to be an infield single for Dylan Morgan. No play for Oates as he was able to get over there to it. He knocked it down. But probably didn't have a chance to make the throw over to first, even if he comes up with that one cleanly. Dylan Reinert now the batter for Cashtown. Belt high strike, no balls and one strike. Fourth hit of the game for the Pirates. They're all singles. The on-deck batter, Carson Coons, has the only RBI of this ball game so far. Reinert hits it back up the middle. It's knocked down by Biesicker. No play at second. Had to range well into the hole to his right. And unable to come up with it cleanly. We'll see how they score that one. Hometown scorer gave Cashtown a single on a similar ball hit by Zach Ketterman early on in this ball game to Biesicker. So we'll see on that one. Either way, the Pirates don't really care. They've got 2 on with 1 out. Something really cooking here in the 4th inning as they look to grab control of this ball game against a team that's been their biggest nemesis in the South Penn League. Ball 1 to Carson Coons. Ringing RBI single his first time up. Ground ball back up the middle. Fires this one off to the right side. That's down in front of the right fielder. He's going to throw home. Oh my goodness, we might have a play at the plate. It's not much of one as Jackson comes out and applies the tag. 9-2 on the putout. As Jordani Anderson showcasing that rifle of an arm once again. Not often you see a play at the plate in the South Penn League where the hitter doesn't even slide and is met by the catcher a quarter of the way down the line. But that's what happened there. And the Pirates, instead of having bases loaded with 1 out, they pushed the envelope there, and now they're gonna walk Zach Ketterman as a result of that. If they didn't send Morgan there, they have the bases loaded, nowhere to put Ketterman, and we would have had one of the most exciting at bats you're gonna get to see in this game. Chase King now the batter. He takes a strike. Bases are now loaded once again here for Cashtown, but with 2 outs. I should say they're loaded for the first time. Strike 2 to King. Freeman looking to punch his way out of this bowl of soup that he's got himself in here in the 4th. Pitch down low, and Jackson was walking off the field. That one misses down low, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I don't care one way or the other. That trip's about the same either way. But it doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, if Hagerstown's got sights on a comeback in this one, they really got to turn off the faucet here. As Freeman with the kick. That one misses high and maybe a bit outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We must say the Braves are averaging over 8 runs a game this season, though. But here in the 4th inning at Cashtown, the sunlight's starting to dwindle. King hits this one to center field. That one is going to get over the head of Matthias and roll up against the wall. That's going to clear the bases as Coons in to score. Here comes Ketterman. And the Pirates have a 5-0 lead as Chase King clears them with a rip to center. And this slow start to the season for King is all but forgotten about with that one, as he drove that one further than the very athletic Matthias could get to, and it rolled all the way towards the wall. And the Pirates will now try to continue to add on to their lead as Mott hits this one to short. That one's through into left field. King rounding third. Here comes the throw to the plate. Jackson there to field it. The tag. He is safe. King didn't slide, and it almost cost him the run. Jackson puts the tag on. Belt high, and we'll take a look at the replay of this one here. I think he was out, but they called him safe, and Jackson is very upset. As we take a look here, Marshall Mott driving this one through on the left side into left field. Coming up throwing is the left fielder, Chance Phillips. And the tag, oh, that foot might have slipped in there from King. It was bang, bang. The tag was high. The tag got the body before the body crossed the plate, but the foot, I think, snuck in there. And the only opinion that matters is that of the umpire, and it's now 6-0. Dylan Ed, the batter, and he takes ball 1. 1-0. Another runner in scoring position is moving up to second on his first hit of the year is Mott. There's a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Let us know in the comments section if you like our replay feature that we have, new to Fleaflicker Media this year. Haven't quite figured out the slow-mo replays yet, but we at least have replay on a limited basis. That one misses up high, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Drive the baseball, Niner.
Ed chunks this one to the left side. That one's going to be raced down by the shortstop, Oates. He's the only one who really could have made that play, and he gets there. Cashtown strikes for 4. They've sort of blown it open here as we head to the 5th. It's Cashtown 6 and Hagerstown nothing. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back with more live South Penn baseball here in a moment on Fleaflicker Media.
Defense, guys, defense. Here we go.
Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is that Catterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. Back here live at Cashtown Yards, we have a pitching change for the Pirates. Carson Coons will take over on the hill here to begin the top of the 5th inning. For Mott, workmanlike effort for him today. We'll take a look at Coons' numbers on the year here, and once again, that was a trick question. This is his first game of the year for Cashtown. Doesn't have any hitting stats or pitching stats. So, making his debut both in the field, at the bat, and now on the mound, as he'll try to hold this freshly minted 6-0 lead here for the Cashtown Pirates. Anderson pops this one up to the right side. Reinert calling everyone off, and he'll haul that one in. Well, this is how you communicate with your fielders out there. The outfielder's supposed to be the one that comes in and calls the infielder off if he's got a play on it, and he does right here, as we'll take a look at this one from Anderson. That's how it's done, folks. And the second baseman peeling off there. We got a Morgan still at second base there for Cashtown. Jarrett Biesecker spoils one foul towards the broadcast booth, just above the snack shack down there. It was closer to them than it was to me. Count 1 ball and 1 strike to Biesecker. Coons with the pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. For Biesecker, he's been held in check today. 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out, 3 unassisted. Reaches out for this one, chops it to the right of the mound, scooping it up and going to the bag is Coons. And Biesecker is 0 for 3, and there are 2 up and 2 down here for Hagerstown in the 5th. And we talked about the dwindling sunlight here. It's getting close to the top of those mountains just beyond the left field fence here. picturesque view. We'll show it to you in between innings when we get a chance. Oates is the batter, and this one misses and clanks off the mask of Dylan Ed, it sounded like. 1 ball and no strikes for Oates. Oates is the lone Hagerstown hit here today. It was a ringing double past the outstretched dive of right fielder Dylan Reinert back in the 3rd inning. Strike 2, no balls and 2 strikes now. Coons set to deliver again. This one misses in the dirt. Ed snaps it up. In case there was a swing. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'd like to give a shout out to Brenton and Gary Hallbaker. Glad you enjoyed that replay. This one misses down and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gotta remember to use the replay feature more. The only 2 times I've used it in our 3 games this season is when there was a close call at a base. As that one fouled off by Oates. Will Oates. There's an Oates who plays for New Oxford as well. We had him as the starting pitcher for the Twins in our last game. Pitched 4 2/3. Got the no decision as the Twins got the run in the bottom of the 5th to win the game after he was out of it. That one misses down low, and another walk for Hagerstown, as Oates has been on all 3 times. Wonder if he's worth a .1 WAR for this game, at least. Maybe more than that. I'm not sure exactly how that works. Adam Mathias slashes one hard down the right field line and foul. Well, they have Ketterman over there holding, I believe he's holding Oates. He was right on the line, so if that ball was in fair territory, there was a body there. And that ball stayed true, it looked like, as it got to the dirt area. Sometimes it hits little pebbles or stuff when it goes out of the grass and onto the dirt here in Cashtown, but that one stayed pretty true. Mathias looking to keep this rally going for Hagerstown. That one misses down low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Hagerstown's center fielder. And if he couldn't come up with that ball by King, there was nobody that was going to come up with that ball because he is a very athletic center fielder. This one fouled back to the screen. Taking a look at Marshall Mott's numbers here today, he went 3 1/3, gave up just the 1 hit, walked 4, struck out 5, no runs, and he's in line to be the winning pitcher here if Cashtown holds on to this lead. Mathias spanks this one to first. Ketterman knocks it down, stands right on the bag as he picks it up, and that will bring an end to the top of the 5th. Cashtown will grab the bats once again as they look for a knockout shot against Hagerstown. They lead it 6-0. Back on Fleaflicker Media in a moment with more Tuesday Night Baseball. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is that Ketterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. Whoopsie, I pressed the wrong button there and put the scoreboard back up before the commercial was over. Not sure anybody's overly offended at that. But we do have a new pitcher on the mound here for Hagerstown. Taking over for Wyatt Freeman on the bump will be Ryan Clark. That'll be his second pitching appearance of the season. Appeared once in relief, 2 innings, 1 earned run. He won that ball game. He's 1-0, 350 earned run average, and a 150 whip. And he'll deal with Ethan Ketterman, the number 5 hitter for Cashtown, to start things off. That one called a strike to Ketterman. No runs, 1 hit. 2 errors for Hagerstown. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Cashtown. Here's the Pirates bat in the bottom of the 5th. Ketterman a swing and a miss, and he is 0-2. He's looking to join the hit brigade here today. The 3 spots in the middle of the order are the only ones that don't have hits out of Cashtown's starting lineup. 4, 5, and 6. Foul tips this one off to stay alive, and Jackson emoting very loudly, as I think he thought he should have held on to that one, but as a catcher, it's impossible to practice that, and it's not the fault of the catcher if they don't hold on to one of those. It's a very hard, reactionary thing to do. And of course, I say this as a person who's caught 1 inning in my entire life. Two strikes to Ketterman here now as Clark comes to the set position. The kick and the throw. Misses down low, framed nicely again by Jackson. Good eye by Ketterman to hold off on that one. Dylan Ed, Ethan Ketterman, and Knox Deming looking to get their first hits of this ball game here for Cashtown. That one misses to Ketterman, as he's staying alive by a thread here in this at-bat. 2 balls and 2 strikes as the Pirates look for some add-on runs. Swing and a miss. Looked like he took something off of that one, and Ketterman caught reaching at that one just off the outside corner, and it's strike 3. Clark a successful foray into this ball game as he punches out the first man that he faces. Hagerstown lists 1 bench guy on their lineup card here for the game today, and it was Clark, and he's now into this ball game, so everybody's played for Hagerstown that's made the trip. Deming now takes strike 1.
Use the bat, buddy.
Deming a walk back in the 2nd inning, came around to score the first run of the ball game, and then struck out looking in the 4th. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Not sure where we'll be next week yet. I'm pretty sure we'll be on the Thursday night slot from now on the rest of the season. Haven't looked at the Thursday games next week yet. This one misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Unfortunately, if we do stick to that schedule, we'll miss the return visit from Hagerstown to Cashtown in 2 weeks, because that is also a Tuesday night game, and we'd love to be here. Pirates in control of this one. Clark getting back into the strike zone there to get it to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just about to reach the 1.5 hour mark in this one. And it's usually the time when Sunwatch starts here at Cashtown Yards. The kick and a throw from Clark. That one misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count runs full. This is an official ball game now, as the visiting team trailing. They've batted 5 times, and Cashtown, the home team, did not score the go-ahead runs. Strike 3. And Clark has set down the first 2 Cashtown batters via strikes. Well, he's come out revving that chainsaw out of the bullpen here for Hagerstown. Blazing through the wood. 2 up, 2 down. Do believe if Cashtown had scored the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 5th here, they would not have to finish the frame for it to be considered official, but they would anyway because there's enough light. This one grounded to short. Oates, throw across to first, and out is Dylan Morgan. So a great job by Ryan Clark, and he sprints to the dugout with Oates, the shortstop, as Hagerstown are looking to get as many at-bats as they can before the sun goes down. They trail at 6-0. Back with a 6th in a moment here on Fleaflicker. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is that Catterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. Carson Coons will commence his second inning of work here for Cashtown as the top of the 6th rolls around. Hagerstown's going to send the Heart to their order to the plate here to face him. 4, 5, and 6. As number 33, Cam Bailey, number 8, Cam Jackson, and number 3, Riley Jackson will greet him here. That one catches the lower portion of the strike zone. No balls and 1 strike as Coons jumps ahead. 3rd Cashtown pitcher of the day. And they've kept the Braves off the scoreboard so far.
2 for you, Carson.
This one fouled off and no balls and 2 strikes. Well, talked to Hagerstown manager Bryson Knight yesterday, and he said they were going to be missing 2 key bats for this ball game, but they still got everybody else here, and this has been a fantastic pitching performance by the Cashtown staff here today. That one misses up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the first baseman for the Braves. Chipped back to the screen into the on-deck circle. Jackson reaching for it. Right in front of the other Jackson. Glad they aren't an ice hockey line. That's always a nightmare to have 2 players on the same line with the same last name. Works better in baseball. Popped up, Ketterman staggering back. He plants the feet in the infield dirt and catches that one. So 1 away after a little bit of a battle. And Coons has now recorded 4 outs out of the Cashtown bullpen. Cam Jackson to the plate. As that misses down low. For Jackson, no official at bat for him today. He's walked both times. It's great for the on-base percentage, and that's what you're trying to do in baseball, but I often wonder if hitters get bored when they walk every time they come to the plate in a specific game. Probably not, because the battle in the at-bat between the batter and the pitcher still goes on, and that's one of the great things of baseball. Misses down low, 2-1 now the count. I think. Could be wrong about that. I get talking sometimes and then I forget what the count is. That one misses. Attempted a glove save there by Ed as this one goes to the backstop. Three balls and 1 strike. So we did have the count correct. Coons with the kick and the toss. Jackson sends this one with authority to right field. That's gonna touch down out of play. Looked like it had a home run distance, perhaps. It was very close. Whether or not it would have cleared the wall out there or not is a different story, but I think it went beyond the 300 feet down the line. Either way, just a long, loud strike number 2. Always a good broadcast when you can quote Greg Maddux. I believe he said something to that effect back when he was winning Cy Young awards in the 90s with the Atlanta Braves. The payoff pitch with 1 out. Coons, the twist, the delivery. Jackson scrapes that one foul. I think got me jumping. I was walking behind the backstop there before the game and they were warming up, and a throw got away and hit the backstop, and never fails. I always jump. I don't know why. The ball's not going to hit me, but we'll do the payoff pitch once again. Bringing it home, Jackson skies this one to the middle of the infield. It's in foul territory. Oh, it's going to fall. It's going to hit the ground as Ed was camping out underneath it awkwardly, and he didn't even get a glove on it. The pitcher Coons was over there in the area, and I thought he was going to take it for a while. Jackson with a big grin on his face as he gets brand new life. Do it with 3 balls and 2 strikes once again. Let's put some good wood on the ball here in this 3rd plate appearance of the day. Oh, boy. That one called a strike. Jackson didn't like the call. A K looking. And that's out number 2 here for Hagerstown in the 6th. Well, a great battle for him. But Coons ends up being the winner of it. And it's got to be frustrating as a hitter, especially when you're the catcher. That one misses up high, 1 ball and no strikes. Say the catcher knows the strike zone better than any of the other players because he gets to see firsthand the umpire's strike zone on that day. This one fouled off. Riley Jackson will try to pick up the pieces here for Hagerstown as they look to scrape something together here in the top of the 6th. That one misses down and in. We'll have a look at the out-of-town scores when we come back for the bottom of the 6th. Here's the kick and the toss. Swing and a miss from Jackson. That evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jackson stationed at his normal hot corner for the Braves. Coons with the delivery. Swing and a miss, and that brings the top of the 6th to an end. Cashtown will head to the bat rack one more time. They certainly hope it's their last of the day. 6-0 Pirates. They've got 3 outs to get to win this one. But first, some lumber. And before that, some commercials. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is that Catterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. One more time at bat here for the Cashtown Pirates as they'll bat in the bottom of the 6th. They're going to send 8, 9, and 1 to the plate here. Dylan Reinert, then Carson Coons, the current pitcher, and then back to the top of the order with Zach Ketterman, and maybe this time Hagerstown won't be haters of fun and give him the intentional pass again. Ryan Clark continuing on the hill for the Braves. Dylan Reinert is the leadoff hitter here, as he is singled twice in this ball game. Scored twice as well. For Hagerstown, their starting pitcher Wyatt Freeman went 4 innings. He gave up 6 runs, only 2 of them were earned, thanks to an error back in the 4th inning. As Reinert grounds this one to short, Oates up with it, throw across to first, his shoulder high for the first baseman Bailey, and he's up with it for out number 1. Clark has come in out of the bullpen and really settled things down. Freeman in his 4 innings struck out 7. He walked, looks like just 1, and hit a batter. Walked 2 and hit a batter. The 3-run double by Chase King really his undoing, but it came with 2 outs after a defensive miscue. Carson Coons now up. He takes ball 1. Got some out-of-town scores for you. New Oxford, a 3-0 winner over the Mason-Dixon Rebels. Hunter Gillen, the winning pitcher, and Lohr takes the loss for the Rebels. Fouled back at the plate by Coons, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Hanover still holding their lead. It's been trimmed to 4-2 at home against North Carroll. Hanover bats in the bottom of the 5th at Diller Field. And Biglerville and Littlestown have traded runs. It's now Biglerville 6, Littlestown 3 in the bottom of the 5th at Oakside Community Park. The Don, J. Henry Donharl Memorial Field. Ball down low to Coons, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Clark to the set position. Here's the kick and the toss. Oh, that was a beautiful pitch. Came a little 3/4 there and dropped that one in there. And Coons spinning out of there, swinging over the top of that one. Swing and a miss, same pitch, whatever that first one was. That one also was, got the same result, and strike 3. Clark has 3 punch-outs now in an inning and 2/3 of work. This could be a weapon for Hagerstown as we get later on in the season and maybe into the postseason. Just what the league wants to see the Hagerstown Braves finding and developing another stud pitcher. Now it's Zach Ketterman. Looks like he'll get to swing the bat here. Spins out of this one and pulls off it down the first base side in foul territory, and the count 0 balls and 1 strike. For Ketterman, an infield single to start the ball game. Got hit by a pitch while ahead in the count his 2nd time up, and then intentionally walked to load the bases his last time. Scored a run after that intentional walk. Played in the MLB Draft League last year. This one called a strike, 0 balls and 2 strikes to Ketterman, playing a shortstop for Cashtown today. Came into today hitting over 400, 419. He now has 14 walks to just 1 strikeout on the season. Hard hit to second, staying down on it and throwing across to first is Biesicker, and Ketterman's retired. Clark does his job. He gets the Braves back to the bat rack. They've got 3 outs to work with. They need a big old inning here in the 7th. Back with the conclusion of this game on Fleaflicker Media in a moment. Don't touch that dial. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is Zach Ketterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. back here for the top of the 7th. There's the Hagerstown batting order that's tasked with trying to keep this one alive. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Excuse me, it'll be 7, 8, and 9, the bottom third here, as Connor Rom's going to lead things off for Hagerstown. He strides to the plate. Just one hit for the Braves so far today, a ringing double by Will Oates. Back in the 3rd inning, Carson Coons trying to close this one out for Cashtown. Rom takes strike number 1. No balls and 1 strike. For Rom, he has walked and struck out looking. Was also caught stealing. That one misses. The count 1 ball and 1 strike. You can see Rom pitch for Hagerstown throughout the season as well. He's the DH here today. Coons with the delivery. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. The last thing you want to do for Cashtown here is start putting people on base. We play 7 in the South Penn League, so just 3 outs needed for the Pirates. Rom, the body was way out in front of that one, but he kept the hands back enough to battle that one off to the screen. Wasn't a 2-strike pitch, though, so it didn't really matter. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes now. As the umpire leans in for the call, Rom hits this one hard, but foul down the first base line. Got the barrel to it, but well behind. Can't hold steady at 2-2 as Coons takes his walk back up to the mound. Again, if you're watching this ball game, leave us a comment in the comment section. Follow and like our page, Fleaflicker Media, for more great live local sports content. As Coons bounces this one in the dirt, count runs full. There's a lot of folks from the Hagerstown area and the Gettysburg area and surrounding Adams County tuning in for this one, and we thank you all. This one hit on the ground to third, down on it, and throwing across is Knox Deming, and the Pirates will throw it around the horn. 1 down here in the 7th. Not a whole lot of balls in play for Hagerstown, and for Cashtown, I'm not sure what exactly their BABIP is today, but not a whole lot of outs in play for Cashtown today. As both teams, when the ball's been put in play today, it's been a hit for the most part. Lots of strikeouts, lots of walks, as this one misses down low. Sure hope this game wasn't short on entertainment value for everybody, as Chance Phillips stands in there, trying to keep things going for Hagerstown. Misses outside 2-0. Coons in his 3rd inning of relief. Not sure what the pitch count is at, but it shouldn't be too much more than 30 or 35, so can't imagine he's losing too much steam here. Healthy swing and a miss. Back into the count jumps Coons. It's 2-1. This one hit on the ground to second. Staying down on it and throwing across to first is Morgan, and there are 2 away.
Focus, fellas. 1 more.
As you hear the call from the Cashtown crowd. 1 more in reference to the amount of outs they need. Starting to get really dark here, so if something crazy were to happen here, 7th inning, still probably the last inning of this one here today. Swing and a miss from Danny Anderson, who we've seen his throwing arm in full force today. He uncorked a wild throw to third that went out of bounds for an error, bringing home the first run of the game, and threw a guy out at the plate. 2 swings and misses put him down 0-2. And the Cashtown crowd rises to their feet, sensing something special here with the 0-2 count. The kick, the throw, Anderson sounded like a busted bat. That one's going to be caught by Morgan for the out, and he runs it around the infield. The Pirates are going to take this one 6-0. It's a 2-game winning streak in the series for them against Hagerstown, as they won the regular season finale last year and win the opener this year. Cashtown continues to roll as they are 11-0 to start the season. Hagerstown Braves not too shabby at 7-2. But they'll lick their wounds and head back into the rest of their schedule. A busy week for the Hagerstown Braves. And then in 2 weeks, they'll be right back here in Cashtown for the second of 3 meetings between these teams. So glad that you tuned in here with us on a Fleaflicker Media. We'll show you the handshake line, then we're gonna hit some commercials, and we'll go down and interview somebody on the winning team. Not sure who that is yet. Got several candidates. Can the Cashtown Pirates take it 6-0 over the Hagerstown Braves? They remain the only undefeated team in the South Penn League. Back in a moment with a player interview. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is that Catterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. All right, here with Marshall Mott, post-game. You didn't know, I mean, you were going to get thrust into the game that early, or maybe even at all today. You probably were on the pitching plans today, but certainly didn't know you were going to be thrust in the first inning today. What's going through your mind as that's taking place there in the first inning?
That was my first time ever warming up on the field like that, so honestly it was fine. I felt pretty relaxed. Hopefully Cookie's okay, but you know, I felt good warming up. Got that punch out right away, so that felt nice. But yeah, it was a little awkward, but I honestly felt pretty good, so not a big deal.
3 1/3 scoreless for you against the Hagerstown Braves. I mean, this is a team that came in averaging 8 runs a game on the season. What allowed you to be successful against a really robust offense today?
A lot of cutters. They seem to be uncomfortable with that, mixing the fastball a little bit too, so it kept them guessing. But just hit my spot with that. I had a little rough patch, but ended up just kind of relaxing, just throwing the ball at the mitt. But yeah, just kind of hit my spots, having fun out there, being loose, and ended up working out, so it's good.
It was an interesting beginning. I remarked that you were about as efficient as you could be at the start. Struck 2 guys out on 3 pitches and walked a guy on 4 pitches. I mean, it doesn't really get any more efficient than that. So, you know, as you're going through after that walk happened, what was the thought process that allowed you to lock in there and get things back on track?
Kind of just get out of my head a little bit. Like, I felt like I was throwing with my brain, so I was like, I just need to throw to the glove. I've been doing this my whole life. Like, there's no reason for me to be thinking about throwing this baseball right now. So I just kind of brought it to like a physical standpoint and just started dotting. So started feeling good after that.
Now you have some college experience, is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Where have you been playing college ball?
I went to the University of Pennsylvania for 4 years.
Okay, and you pitched there?
Yep, I was a relief pitcher there. Yep.
So how does pitching in a college atmosphere then help when you come back here to be able to pitch in the South Penn League?
It's definitely a bit more relaxed here for sure. But honestly, just like working on my game at a high level with high level coaches and stuff is great. Shout out to my coaches there, by the way. But yeah, so it's awesome coming back here, just kind of working on the things I need to work on. Like last summer, I threw that cutter probably 80% of the time just because I knew I needed to get it sharper. So it was good. But yeah, I'm gonna miss it there for sure. But definitely happy to be back at South Penn, no doubt.
Yeah, there's a lot of pitching coaches and pitching gurus and stuff that talk about the cutter as being like the pitch that like almost every pitcher should throw, at least in some way or another. How did you learn it? How did you come upon that being kind of your thing?
I learned it at Penn. So I throw a 2-seam, and the cutter just kind of goes right off of it. It just kind of made perfect sense for me to throw. I also have a changeup as well, so it kind of tunnels nice. But the logic was like, if I am having a hard time with my command, I can throw the cutter because it's probably going to induce a swing and miss or a weak contact. So just being able to put it in the zone is key. So it's a very solid offering, and I'm glad that I have that in my bag for sure.
All right, well, thanks for this. And speaking of change-ups, we're going to try to see if we can find Chase King here. I think he's over there. So
cool.
Thank you, Marshall.
Appreciate you.
And good game today.
Yep, thank you, man.
Yep. Oh, he's running away from us. Oh, I guess he's gonna go. I guess we'll get him We're going to go to commercial right now. We'll be back with a recap of the game, and then we'll get an interview with Chase King after he's done throwing a little family batting practice on the field. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is that Catterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. Here at Fleaflicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is that Catterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Fleaflicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Fleaflicker Media, or at the George Marinos Facebook page. Back here in Cashtown, we'll wrap this one up for you as the Cashtown Pirates victorious today over their longtime rivals, the Hagerstown Braves, 6-0. It's about as dominant a performance as we've seen from the Pirates over Hagerstown, especially in a regular season game. The only other game I can think of note that was anything like this was the clinching game of the South Penn League Championship Series back in 2020 when Cashtown beat Hagerstown at 7-0. Cashtown's had trouble beating Hagerstown on their home field here at Cashtown Yards, so that makes 2 in a row for them in this series going back to last regular season. For Hagerstown, they had no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and for Cashtown, 6 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The win goes to Marshall Mott. He's 1-0 after his first appearance of the season. And the loss goes to Wyatt Freeman. Let's see. Wyatt Freeman on the season now is 1-1. No save was necessary in this one. We'll take a look at the scoring summary here for you, and also the time of game was 1 hour and 49 minutes here on the show. Scoring got started all the way back in the 2nd inning with 2 outs. Number 8 hitter Dylan Reinert hit a single that dropped in front of the right fielder, and Jordani Anderson with a runner on first. Anderson threw through to third to try to get Knox Deming, and the ball went out of play, allowing Deming to come home and score the game's first run. Following that, Carson Coons bounced an RBI single back up the middle to make it 2-0. My apologies to Wyatt Freeman earlier. We said out of the 6 runs he gave up, 2 were earned. Looking at this box score, out of the 6 runs he gave up, only 1 was earned, since that second error allowed the batter to move into scoring position, and he would not have scored on that single by Coons without that. Cashtown was back at work in the 4th inning as they sent 7 men to the plate. The first guy made an out, Knox Deming. He struck out looking. Dylan Morgan and Dylan Reinert reached on singles. The one by Reinert was actually, I believe, an error that bounced up on the second baseman Biesicker. Carson Coons then hit a single. After Anderson threw a guy out at the plate, Zach Catterman was intentionally walked. And then Chase King ripped a 3-run bases-clearing double over the head of center fielder Adam Mathias. No chance for him to get to that one. And then Cashtown's Marshall Mott, the pitcher, well, he tacked on his first hit of the season, an RBI single, to make it 6-0. And that was it for the scoring. Cashtown used 3 pitchers on a combined 7-inning, 1-hit shutout. And you're not going to see many more impressive than that, as it happened against the powerful Hagerstown Braves offense, averaging over 8 runs a game coming into today. Hagerstown was missing 2 of their guys from the starting lineup, but still a lot of big names here for them, and it's still an impressive feat because Hagerstown, generally a team that prides itself on having a lot of depth. So, a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. New Oxford, a 3-0 winner over Mason-Dixon. Hunter Gillen the win for New Oxford. Lohr takes the loss for Mason-Dixon. Biglerville holding a 6-3 lead over Littlestown, trying to close that one out with 1 out in the 7th, and Noah Ayers on the hill. And Hanover batting in the bottom of the 6th, leading North Carroll 5-3 at Diller Field. Those 2 games about to wrap up here. So this Tuesday in the South Penn League almost done. Our game of the week, the game that we had here, Cashtown defeats Hagerstown 6-0. The Pirates stay 11-0 on the year. We thank you for tuning in, and we hope you all had as great a time watching this as we had bringing it to you. Again, our next broadcast will likely be next Thursday, as we're probably switching the South Penn broadcasts to Thursdays for the rest of the season. Everybody, have a good evening. This is George Marinos signing off for my guys in the truck. Cashtown 6, Hagerstown nothing. Now you can touch that dial if you want. Although we've got some excellent sports highlight programming coming up after this one. Good evening, everybody.
A resumption of the game at another time. Boy, that would be pure chaos. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the Cashtown Pirates win it. The Cashtown Pirates win it. They're back on top of the hill. 1 year away from the championship, and it's Anthony Lippy pitching them back to the reign of champions, and that one has to feel the sweetest of the 6 they've won. As Lippy heaved his glove sky high. The Pirates with a celebration unlike any I've seen from them for any of their championships. Akin to what Hagerstown did when they finally beat Cashtown last year. No balls and 2 strikes. The count holds steady. We're just getting ready for some preparations here to take a look at the on-field celebration. Here's the kick, the pitch. Strike 3, and the Hagerstown Braves have done it. The Hagerstown Braves are your 2021 South Penn League champions.
They are South Penn League 2021 champions.
There you see it, the final score from tonight's South Penn League Championship Series, game number 4. The Hagerstown Braves putting up runs in each of the first 3 innings as they run away to victory in this one. And the Braves get to celebrate with the championship trophy here in 2021. We'll have post-game coverage here for you on the show as we continue into the night here. We'll have a word with the MVP of the series, the victorious manager for Hagerstown. We'll also try to get a word with Shippensburg manager Josh Petty before the evening is through. Hagerstown Braves, your 2021 South Penn League champions. For the first time ever, and the first time in 19 years, they're league champs. For the record-keeping part of tonight, the winning pitcher is John Carter. His first decision of the postseason, 1-0. The loss goes to Weldon. No save necessary as Grove came on in a 7-run game. Player of tonight's game was Nick Jacoby with his 2 RBI hits and work behind the plate. And we'll name the series MVP here in a few moments. The 1-2. Ground ball. Going to the first base bag, and that's it. The Cashtown Pirates win the championship. They've done it. The Cashtown Pirates are champions here in 2020 in the South Penn League. Top. So here with Josh Topper, who pitched a 7-inning shutout here today. When did you know you were throwing a no-hitter? How soon did you realize that?
It was probably like the 5th inning, I think. I think when that error at first happened is probably when. But honestly, I wasn't really thinking about it. I just wanted to shut them out and win the game.
So what is it about pitching against Hagerstown here that has been successful for you? Because this is a really good team, and you've shut them down twice this season now.
I mean, honestly, a lot of them are college hitters, and they're just different hitters in South Penn, and I just really know how to approach them. They love hanging breaking balls, and with my arm the last few weeks I haven't been able to even throw breaking balls, but fastball changeup, you throw it up in the zone, they can't get their hands to it.
So tell me about this 5-hour drive you made up from North Carolina just to be here today. Did you make it last night? Did you make it this morning?
So last night was it 7:30, 8 o'clock, whenever, we're down 4-0 or 4-1 or something like that, and I was like, I don't know, what's going to happen? I was like, it didn't look good. I was like, okay, we had a good season, but we came back in that 6th inning and won, and when I saw that, I was like, we already kind of talked about it. It was more of a joke that I would drive back or fly back or whatever was going to happen. But when they won, I was like, we're not losing that game. So I was like, I made arrangements, and I left at about 11 this morning, so I left like an hour. That put me here at about 4, but I left like an hour in case of traffic, so I got here at like 4:15, so I drove from like 11 to 4:15 today.
So are you going to make this a superstition now? Are you going to drive 5 hours before every start the rest of the year?
The funny part is, we actually talked about that in the dugout. We were like, maybe I should just drive around during the day for 5 hours before I come, but I mean, it was tiring. I mean, it's a 5-hour drive, but, you know, chugged the something champions. Yep. And chugged a little energy drink here, and we were good to go. And I'm driving back right after this. So.
Hold that trophy up a little bit. Let's get a look at that.
4P.
Yep. So you've been a part of all 4 of these teams now?
Yeah. The first year I got here was the first, like, 4P. So every year I played so far, we've won.
And how does this one feel different than the other 4?
Well, I kind of was checked out, in all honesty, because I knew I wasn't going to be here. And then just, like, being able to actually, because last year I think I threw the last game against Hanover, but it was like, we were up 2-0. It was like the series, so we were up 2-0, and we scored a bunch. Like, it wasn't a tight game like I thought this would be. And just the situation, I guess. And I don't know, I was around this summer, obviously, with COVID. There really wasn't anything to do, so I played in a lot more games than I normally have.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
yep.
you.